Welcome back to my Let's Play for Pokemon Crystal and my Mono Water run. And I suppose this has been a long time in coming at this point. Gosh darn, am I behind in this series? Not as far as behind us in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, but I usually care a bit more about Crystal, Gold, and Silver, because those are actually games I enjoy playing a bit more. I'm just not a big fan of Generation 3. I don't know if it's the monster designs or what, it just never really appealed to me that much. And it still doesn't. It's not even all that different from Generation 2, because all you did in Gen 3 is the addition of abilities, and it doesn't really bug me too much when I go back and play the remakes and have the abilities. I don't know, there's just something about Gen 3 specifically, I've never been all that interested in it. I'll go with Psychic instead, huh? I was expecting to see a Confuse Ray, to be honest. I have to admit, that was a pretty good hit. Damn criticals. Ruining all my best laid plans. But, you know what? We can, work with that. Yeah, look at Killer Croc out there. After all, I'm guessing this thing knows Double Slap. And fighting move, weak as it may be on Jinx, it's still gonna be annoying on, this target. Okay. Go with a slash attack. Ah, Psychic right back, huh? Makes sense. I mean, I'm not vulnerable to it, but Psychic's a pretty potent attack, so it can definitely do decent damage, even if you're not weak to it, you know? Let's see. Huh. I can switch back to Bone, I guess. I mean, Executor here being part grass, it's more vulnerable to Ice Beam. And Bone gets stabbed with it, so that's definitely a plus. Better than what Killer Croc could do without the stab, you know? Okay. Probably about time to drop Slowbro, to be honest. Thought so. I guess I can send out Bombori and try and spark my way to victory. I seriously wish we had, like, Thunderbolt or something. I mean, don't get me wrong, Spark's not a completely terrible move, but it's not a very powerful move. Ah, just jacked up its special defense, yay. Please hit yourself. Thank you. I know, this is probably not the best strategy, but hey, I'll do whatever it takes to slow it down, you know? Because I'm guessing it's going to start cursing itself to jack up its attack stat. Because this is a curse-wielding Slowbro, so then it starts trying to overpower you. I want to use that strategy here, but Dopey can't last long enough without Amnesia to absorb some of the hits. It really can't. Why aren't you using a strength-based attack, man? I mean, sure, it got a critical hit there, but still. And why does my Confuse Ray keep breaking after, like, 2 turns here? Shoot. Well, fine, whatever. I'll switch over to Killer Croc, then slash attack it. It's not like it put up a reflect wall or something. Okay. That could have went better. I mean, we won, but still. I wasn't planning on losing my lantern there. Yeah, Bone won't be a better pick for this, but honestly, I assume this thing's gonna drop a potent psychic attack here. If it doesn't go for Confusion with Confuser, right? Yeah, use your stinking Max Potion. I don't care. I'm just gonna hit you with another Ice Punch. And if that don't finish it, I got Slash Attack. I want to save some of those Ice Punches from when we're facing off against Lance. And at least I brought along a bunch of healing items, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal here. I can always drop Dig, I guess, or something, for a Screech Slash strategy, but not exactly fond of that idea. Okay. Will's been defeated. Yeah, whatever. I really don't care if you change your course or not. It has absolutely no impact on me. Let's see. Now I'll bust out the healing items. Let's see. I'll get you a revive. And I need to hit everyone else up with a hyper potion here. You need a hyper potion. Killer Croc's a bit more deserving of it, since at least he gets back 100 HP. I'm not exactly carrying around a bunch of super potions at the moment. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what to do against Gyarados right now, because I know that's what Koga's gonna lead off with. I suppose I could technically start off with Bullfrog. Or I could send Dopey out, but honestly, what's Dopey got for a moveset here? So I don't have Psychic. I have to go with a Curse and then Headbutt strategy. I'm not exactly fond of it since I'd have to set up by taking hits. And Bugs are an anti-Psychic type. Not a very good one, but they are. I mean, Heracross, I guess, makes up for it nowadays, but still. Yeah, we'll put Bullfrog up front. I might try and sleep Gyarados instead of Rain Dance, then try and surf it. But honestly, I suspect it's going to go for Double Team. I should just get Rain Dance going. Confound and destroy me, huh? Okay. Let's see your sinister techniques in action. I've been a big fan of them myself over the years, especially doing all these mono runs. They're quite handy. So I love sleep and paralyze techniques every now and again. I have to admit. Well, now. Got it to work first time. Nice. I'm a bit surprised Bullfrog's faster than this thing. If only we had someone that could cast Thunder. Oh well. Body Slam. I guess Koga's not gonna try and save this thing. I mean, it's his Pokemon, so I guess it's his call. I know he's got a full heal on hand, though. I should've went with Double Surf. Would've been faster. Oh well. I definitely ain't gonna try and pull that stuff off on Crobat. Let's see. Being Poison Bug, I can't really take advantage of its typing here. Let's see. I'll let Killer Croc out to play. Come on, let's do it. Try and drown with a Surf Attack. Yeah. Darn. Well, at least we dodged the Toxic attack, at least. Toxic's not perfectly accurate, after all, so when it misses hard. And you feel it. Okay, let's let Bullfrog out again. Try and go for another sleep, then set up. Of course, if he gets himself set up, I'm gonna have to worry about spikes. Much to my annoyance. Because I don't have a Rapid Spinner here. It's sad, but true. Okay, let's see. Surf Attack. After all, Steel types don't resist, Surf, after all. Of course, this thing's double weak to fire, but I don't have anyone that can burn it right now. I don't have a Gyarados that knows Flamethrower on my team. Which is a nifty trick, but not very effective. Unless I have a powerful Psychic attack, there's no point. We'll just continue to surf it, though I'm guessing we're going to be seeing return of toxic attacks here. Jacking up its physical defense. Not a bad idea. Darn it. That's going for the poison moves. Okay, we'll put you to sleep, then try and get Rain Dance going, see if we can work with that for a win here. Though, it's going to take several hits to pull that off. Which kind of sucks. Come on. Just like, what, 2 more hits maybe? I mean, it looks like it's going down by thirds, so I'm guessing it's going to survive by a sliver. And then one more surf attack for the win. Well, no. Do I want to switch out? I mean, I'm going to be falling on spikes, but at the same time... I mean, I could use the Ice Beam to get super effective damage on Crobat, and maybe take it out if I hit it. Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to go for a double team, so hitting it early is going to be my best shot. Otherwise, I'm going to have to switch over to using Perish Song, then switch again. Ah, damn, I got bad. Come on, one hit KO, come on. Yes! Critical hit for the win. Don't mess with me, Crobat. I got Ice Beam. Rain Dance. I could see the utility of it. I could. But then I'd have to give up Perish Song. Or Body Slam. And I like those moves. I mean, sure, Perish Song is not very helpful against actual human players unless you're using it on like their last Pokemon or you've locked them into battle. But, you know, against your general opponents in this game, you know, they're not going to switch out even if you hit them with Perish Song usually. They'll just keep it in there until it gets knocked out. So there's no reason for me to get rid of that move. It's too handy. Okay. Feels like a bit of a waste to use a full restore like that, but I was an idiot and didn't buy any full heals, so I don't got much of an option there. Oh yeah, next up is Bruno. Well, we're not putting Bone up front. Ice is weak to fighting attacks, so that'd be a bad idea. Dopey might feel more at home there, though. Being psychic, at least resist fighting attacks. So I get to have a bit more fun that way. Yes, you are. You're one of the few Elite Four members that actually got to stick around, and I don't entirely understand why. I mean, we have a fighting gym this generation, so do we really need a fighting master on the Elite Four? You think they would have replaced him with someone else, using a different type, but maybe they just want someone that tries to strong-arm you, I don't know. And decide to keep Bruno around for that. Okay. Yeah, you do that. You dig yourself a hole, man. It's not like he can spin kick me or something. That's a better idea. But being a special attack, he's not very good at it. Of course, his pick and move seems to be pretty gosh darn random now, don't it? Like, he suddenly will use Pursuit, then he'll switch back to much weaker attacks. Like, his selection makes no sense. Darn random, they picked moves. It's like they're trying to get underneath my skin. Okay. Well, this could be more interesting. It could throw out a Thunder Punch at least. But its crappy special stat means it's not doing enough damage to really matter. And Dopey takes the lead. Sad part is I'm gonna have to use a healing item here. But that's alright. As long as I don't get knocked out, I can still use my, curse buffs to win this fight, probably. How'd you miss, man? It wasn't even worth it anyway. Jeez, Dopey's gonna steamroll Machamp. And the one thing it's good at, strength. Kinda messed up. Well, next up is Hitmonlee. Yeah, he's running out of options here. His last Pokemon's an Onix, after all. Ah, my speed up went off. Thank you, Quick Attack. I could leave Dopey out. On the other hand, I could switch over to Lapras to get the bonus money. Decisions. Yeah, I'll switch over for the extra money. It's worth it more than giving Dopey, you know, another 1,000-something experience off of Onix. I doubt it's gonna see any more play after this anyway. That might have been its one moment of glory. Right then and there. It's not getting any more, I'm sure. Okay. How could you lose? Because I had Slowbro. And it cursed itself to victory. Don't mess with Slowbro, man. It'll mess you up. Now, if only we had a water fighting type. Nah, let's see. Yeah, we'll go with this. We'll try to put Umbreon to sleep early on, then do Rain Dance, then try and deal with some Surf attacks, I guess. I'm not sure how effective it will be, but that's what we're gonna go with. I imagine leading off with Killer Croc may have been the better pick, since I could just try to slash Umbreon. Or even Lapras, maybe, on the ground, so I could body slam it. Not a fighting move, but hey, some would argue still a better pick. Ah, well, forget my sleep tactics now. Well, that's not really gonna work once I've been hit with sand. My accuracy wasn't that great to begin with. Having it lowered means I stand no chance. Darn it. Right into confusion. Okay, right back out to Bullfrog then. We'll break Confuse Ray's effect with switching. Then right back into a sand attack. It's like a dance, only it's not very fun. Again with the Confuse Ray. Jeez. How many times can we do this before we can get back to business? I swear. Ugh. And then it's another sand attack. I know what she wants to do. She wants to be annoying with sand attacks and Confuse Ray, so you're hitting yourself while being blind, so you can't use your accuracy. But gosh darn, is that getting annoying? I'm half tempted to use Perish Song. And then we'll just switch out. Yeah, let's see. Move back over to my good friend Bullfrog. Come on. Ow. Hypnosis. Haha. Take that. Now you're asleep. Completely at my mercy. And its perish count's gonna hit 0, so it dies. Okay. Now where are we gonna send out next? Is it gonna be Vileplume? Yeah, I thought so. Well, that just means we can send Bone right back out. Stab Ice Beam for the win, yeah. Screw you, grass types. I got ice. Yeah, I know. It's only really useful in the mono water team on the ground, so I can use it to take care of grass types. Its only real strength and contribution to this team. Let's see, Gengar, huh? Well, I guess I'll let Bowen stay out for now. I'm guessing this thing's gonna speed past us. And it pulls off the lick. Gosh darn it. I was hoping it was gonna try and cut its health in half. You jerk, I needed that move. I mean, maybe not necessarily for this battle, or even the next one, because that's gonna be more useful with Ice Punch and Ice Beam. Never mind. Okay, we'll get, Killer Croc out there. Houndoom's Crunch, after all, is pretty, intimidating. And I do not want to go second against it, if I can help it. Okay, Surf Attack. Well, if the Rain's still in play, that means a guaranteed knockout effectively there. That extra damage adds up, especially when you're vulnerable to the attack in the first place. Well, if it wasn't for Paralysis, yeah, I'd switch back to Bowen. Give this, overgrown crow a nice, Ice Beam. But as is, I guess we'll go with Ice Punch. And it's over. Well, the road's cleared to Lance. I don't think he's gonna have an easy time of it. Okay. Yeah, I suppose it is a selfish perception of people to judge which Pokemon are better than others, but there's definitely Pokemon that are superior to others. There's just no doubt about it. Whether it be because of stats or just move pool. Let's see. Another wasted full restore, pretty much, but you know, whatever. You know what? I'll use the Super Potion. Okay. Let's see. We'll switch up, and we'll put Bombori up front. After all, our final opponent's gonna lead off with Gyarados, so I can use Spark to great effect here. Okay. Your skills will eventually reach me here. There isn't, huh? And as the Pokemon League champion, I, Lance the Dragon Master, accept your challenge. I suppose we're probably going to be seeing Rain Dance come into play here. In order to set up for a thunder-wielding Dragonite. Well, let's see. Start off with Confuse Ray. Oh, it went with Surf? That's an odd choice of maneuver, I have to admit. Please hit yourself. I don't get his choice of moves here. Thrash I get, but Surf? I mean, whatever appeals to it, I guess. Come on. Hyper Beam, damn. And it's probably over. No, Bombori still lives. For some reason. Honestly, I was expecting the knockout there. But Bombori just pushed his way through it, I guess. Well, the champion, that one. Okay. Into our Master Ice Beamer now. Well, I'm guessing Dragonite's got the speed advantage on us. Yeah, I called it. Okay. It's probably gonna be a one-hit KO. It's too vulnerable for it not to do that. Unfortunately, it's basically shot Bowen to pieces now, because I'd have to use full restore to get some speed back. It wouldn't help it that much, but I don't like having to worry about being hit by Thunder Blast and stuff like that while trying to drop Ice Beams. And I'm guessing Dragonite's gonna show me Outrage and stuff like that. So I'll go for some pretty potent moves. And it's just easier to shut down if I switch Pokemon. That was unfortunate. It happens rarely that Thunder Wave misses, though. Just bad luck is that time when he really needed it. Not that Paralysis has really helped anyone so far this episode, has it? Besides slowing the target down, it hasn't done jack squat. Ugh. I haven't seen anyone get fully paralyzed. Well, now. Outrage. There we go. Your Ice Punch was outrageous. Well, joke's on you. And that leaves Aerodactyl and, well, Charizard. Neither one exactly ideal picks here. But this one's still vulnerable to Ice Punch because it's flying, but we can use Surf attacks against it. So we shall. It's gotta be like, curse you, rock typing. You undermined me completely at a pivotal moment. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with Lance unless I buy a bunch of attack ups for the rock team. And even then, I'm not sure I'm gonna pull it off. Because I won't really be able to set up on Gyarados. He'd probably be the easiest one to do it with. That was a less than ideal pick. Sure you didn't want to use, like, Wing Attack or something? Well, whatever. It was his final move, so whatever. I gave up on the AI being intelligent this generation a while ago. They get better, but gosh darn it. I'm happy because I saw the rise of a brand new champion, even greater than myself, because I'm controlled by an AI that doesn't know anything about this game. Yes, I have. I've drowned every single opponent that's stood in my way so far. Uh-oh. Great. We're here for an interview. And interviews are evil. Come on, can we just run away? I really don't want to have to listen to them. Or Professor Oak's speech about love and dedication here. I've heard way too many times, man. Yeah, it is. Let's register my team as champions. Of course, for the most part, I'm probably gonna put the same Pokemon over and over and over and over again into the Hall of Fame. There's really no reason not to. Well, that's good. It's nice to notice their Pokemon, though. Some of the Pokemon you can register in here are completely ridiculous. Like, sometimes I go through trouble trying to put Pokemon in this Hall of Fame on purpose, just to say I got all 251 Pokemon in the Hall of Fame before. So I have, like, a level 5 Togepi or something, you know, and it's like, Hall of Famer, level 5 Togepi. But it didn't do anything, like, it doesn't matter, it's in the Hall of Fame, now it's a champion. To be forever remembered, despite having, you know, contributed nothing to the battles that took place. Yeah, Bullfrog, in the Hall of Fame. He didn't croak. Yep, as dopey as ever. Don't mess with Killer Croc, man. He's got the bite. He's coming for you. And the Dragon Slayer, who got shut down because of paralysis, darn it. And, just for laughs, Dart's a Hall of Famer, despite being only level 22. Why not? Yeah, I know, my rating's terrible. I could have gone after some other water types like Horsey and stuff, actually, but it's like, what am I gonna do with them? I mean, if it was a generation where I could learn Dragon Dance, I could see some use for them with, like, say, Hyper Beam or something. At least that would be fun, I guess. Sadly, that's not really an option here, if I remember correctly, because I think Dragon Dance is a Generation 3 move, which raises your attack and speed stats, which is kind of useful, to be honest. Especially on a Pokemon like Gyarados, which really benefits from having higher speed, so it actually can go first in battle, and then use its jacked up attack stat with moves like Thrash and Hyper Beam. I mean, you can give Seadra Hyper Beam too, but I don't know if it's as good with it as Gyarados is. Gyarados is quite the powerhouse. It just lacks the ability to make use of it as much as I'd like for it to. Of course, now we got all the boring dances to watch. I've seen these so many times now. Gale? I have a former coworker named Gale. She asked me to put up some videos forever ago. At the time, I didn't have the hardware I needed to convert her stuff into a playable format. Without the program I was using speeding the stuff up beyond recognition, it wouldn't speed up the song, just the video portion. Go figure. Yeah, she made some clay motion videos. I keep telling myself I'm gonna get around to uploading those one of these days. I'm just not sure where I'd put them. They don't really match with anything on my channel, despite the fact I thought about doing a music video before for Quackers, a rather awful movie, to be honest, because it has too many plot threads. But I suppose that'll do for this episode. Next time, I guess we'll be making our way to Kanto to take on the other 8 gym leaders in this game. Till next time, then. See ya.